Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're all excellent. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about how we can use quarter tones on the electric guitar to spice up our playing. Often quarter tones are associated with non-Western music cultures, for example, Arabic music or Indian music. However, if you've ever tried to play the blues, chances are you've heard some quarter tones. You hear blues players do stuff like this all the time. Where they'll hit the minor third of a pentatonic scale, and they'll bend it just a little bit, like you just put a little bit of stank on that note, enough to make your face go. You almost push it up to the major third, but not quite. So, some people might just go, well, you don't know how to play guitar, you're just playing out of tune. But that creates this incredible musical tension and a really beautiful release when we go back to another chord tone in there. So it's really common in the blues, and you've no doubt heard this. I mean, just go and listen to B.B. King play guitar, or listen to Derek Trucks or Sonny Landreth play slide guitar, or Jeff Beck on some of his recent stuff, and you will hear plenty of quarter tones, plenty of microtones. You hear this kind of stuff in like doo-wop music as well, where you have, rather than people singing an interval, they will just kind of sing down a set number of steps. If you've seen any of Jacob Collier's incredible videos on this kind of stuff, I really recommend you go check it out. But getting to the point of this, I was watching a video a while ago now by a guitar player. Apologies if I pronounce your name wrong. David Fuszynski, also known as Fuse. And he has this guitar which has microtone frets on it. And there's this lesson, I'll link it in the video description, where he is talking about playing I believe it's an Arabic mode called Husseini Maqam. I'm probably wrong about that. I'm probably butchering all of this. Apologies in advance if you guys actually know how to play this style of music. Nevertheless, he plays what amounts to like a microtonal hybrid between the minor scale, the Phrygian mode, and the Dorian mode. So let's play some music. If you know the minor scale in E, it sounds something like this. And we've got two modes very close to it. We've got the Phrygian mode, and the difference between Phrygian and the minor scale is in the second degree. Phrygian has a flattened second. And Dorian differs from the minor scale in that it has a natural sixth. And they share the notes of a pentatonic scale. That's one reason the minor pentatonic scale is so prevalent in rock music, for example. Now, what if we split the difference in there, and instead of playing a flattened second or a natural second, we play a quarter tone in between them? How do you do that, you ask? Well, we'll get onto that in a second. And we do the same thing with degree number 6 in there. And this is almost straight out of the video I was referencing before. Obviously, I don't have microtonal frets on this guitar. So what you can do, and you're going to have to trust your ears with this one, is that you can bend into all this kind of stuff. So essentially what we're going to do is play a Phrygian shape. But when you play the second degree, just like I said earlier, put a little bit of stank on it. Bend it slightly out of tune. Out of tune? Bend it by a quarter tone. That's what I mean. And same thing on degree number 6. So you get this. It's a pretty cool sound. Another thing you could do is you could actually do this. You could tune your D string one quarter tone sharp, which I've done now. And if you're clever about it, you would play those intermediate notes on the D string and everything else on the A string. So it's going to be fret 3 on this quarter tone sharp D string, and fret 10, they're going to be your offending notes. And you're going to play 7, 10, 12, 14 on the A string. So you get this. sounds very interesting, especially if you put a low E as a drone. Pretty cool. I think I prefer to bend into the notes. It's a little bit more kind of, I guess, integrated into kind of standard guitar playing if you're bending into the notes there, because a lot of the time, if you're like me, you're not hitting those quarter tones perfectly. You know, you're either a little bit sharp or a little bit flat. It just kind of sounds like a cool inflection. And you don't even have to think about this. You could just hit those notes and, you know, give them some vibrato, or like I said earlier, a little bit of stank. And it sounds really, really cool. So again, go and watch that video by David Fiuczynski and listen to him. He's incredible. He's got some great music with his microtone guitar on there, or his quarter tone guitar. I forget what it is called. And you can go and listen to, you know, players like oud players who use this stuff all the time. And I do have to say that, you know, the way other musical cultures think about the way you play notes is often very different to the way we might think about a scale or something like that. You know, in Indian music, you have the raga system. In Arabic music, the maqam system. And it's more than just playing the notes. Whereas, you know, if you're like me and you're a rock guitar player, it's probably just going to be playing the notes and trying to make cool sounds. So in the spirit of being a rock pig, I'm going to crank up some gain and just jam around with this particular idea. I hope you guys learned something interesting from this video. If anything, I hope it asks a few questions. And if you have any questions, please get them in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you're a non-guitar player watching this, please feel free to tell me what I'm doing wrong. This is very much how not to play quarter tones or microtones. Or, you know, just go and listen to some Jeff Beck stuff and play some blues and get those stanky notes in there. That's what it's all about. Thanks for watching.